Good day, everyone. This is Onion. It's Sunday, March 28th. Today I'm going to go over SOS with you, look at some technical insight, short selling activity, institutional holdings, the Quant computer estimates, and I'm also going to show you something I've noticed with the daily chart over the last few weeks. With SOS, I like to use a 6-week chart, and you can see, like, there's no surprise. Anyone that's been following this, the price was up, obviously spiked, and it was starting to go down here. And it actually it dropped below on Thursday, the 50-day moving average, but then on Friday it bounced and it hit it and bounced back up, and that actually triggered. You can see here on the 26th, the commodity channel index. That's a trigger of a reversal. So this is the first sign that there's a reversal going up. So right now, it looks to be your 50-day moving average at $5.81. That is your support, but you will have resistance at 670. It's going to probably be bouncing back and forth. Any move either way will be a sign, a strong sign of reversal. The MACD, it is separating from the average line, so this isn't changed yet, and it's almost at the zero line. If it drops below the zero line, this will be a sign of bearish momentum. The momentum already is below the zero line, so it's bearish. But this is the triggered or the event that triggered. You can see here the commodity channel index was going down. It hit the -100, and then went, and it's now popped. It hit there and went back up. That was from that strong Friday that you had. So you can see here it has been below -100 before. So this is a good sign, but it is really right now the only sign. So I wouldn't take that as as a confirmation yet. We're going to have to wait and see. Your RSI is at 47. So the share price can go either way. And it does every day, and I say this over and over again in my videos. I do cover SOS daily, and every day this is my favorite day trade. But you can see here all the other indicators are pointing downward or sideways. If we look at the short selling activity, Friday was very heavy. Well, not very heavy, but it was heavier than the previous 2 days. So you can see 31%. Thursday was 22, Wednesday was 26. This is a whole month of March here, and you can see it's been short sellers have been taking advantage. A lot of 30s, high 20s, and again Friday was the same thing. But this is what makes it such a good company to day trade right now. And really it's pivoting at the basically at the same spot. So it's really not a bad thing if you're a day trader. I did check the borrow rate. They do list them 7 days a week, and it was 10% for tomorrow morning. Now that is really low, so that might be an incentive for some more short selling, but the borrow rate can also change by tomorrow morning. So don't take that, it might be a different number tomorrow, but keep in mind that if it doesn't change, the short selling will probably be a little bit heavier. Definitely check that before open bell. The institutional holdings, there was one reported. This was an added position from Amplify. They have an ETF. It wasn't a large position. To them it was 210%, but now they only own almost 2,600 shares. So it's a small position, but it is an ETF, so that is a good sign. You can see here the institutional owners. There are only 14, and they represent 0.16% of the float. So if we look at this is the Quant computer estimate. And basically, if you haven't seen this before, it just takes in a bunch of operating performance, valuation, financial values and metrics and that. And we don't have all the numbers here. So the uncertainty you can see in their scale here. It is very high, but the fair value is basically at the last close. $6.16, and we did close at $6.11 the other day. So it is fair valued right now. It's right in the middle. It's pretty much where it needs to be, or where it should be. So if we look here, I just want to show you two things that I've noticed with the day chart. Number one, the reason this is my favorite, my favorite day trade, is the share float. It's so tiny, 12 million shares. It's such a small share float that's why this company spikes and dumps the way it does. It's because there's not a lot. You don't have to buy a lot of shares to move this. So that's a very good sign. But you also have to keep your eye on it too. Definitely, if you can get news alerts or subscribe to them, you have to keep on top of this company because look at that day, right? It went like crazy back and forth. And you can see here when the news comes out, These are the last 3 news articles, and the price does move. So, you really need to keep that in mind. If you're long hold or decide to day trade this. Now, on the 1-day chart, it's just more for the newer investors. The more experienced people will probably know this. But on Friday, like I said, this is my favorite day trade. I scalped this 3 times on Friday. I bought in pre-market, I sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. And I know you say, well, Onion, anyone can do that. Look at it, look at the chart and say that. Well, I want to show you how I knew that. Normally, when you look at the chart, most people use RSI, maybe momentum. But how many times do you see it where your perfect buy opportunity, the momentum, MACD, and RSI all at the same time signal? That is very rare. The same thing with your sell, right? You can see here, as top, your momentum's at the top, your MACD crosses over here, and your RSI isn't oversold. So what I found with SOS, and again, this isn't investment advice, and I know a lot of you already know this, is play with your smoothing points a little bit. I put the RSI down to 7. Here are my MACD points and my momentum, and it has not steered me wrong yet for 3 weeks now. So, you can tell, if you look at this chart here, and you're following this during the day, as soon as that MACD crossed, as soon as it's crossing or it starts going up, it's in oversold, and the momentum is down. That's the time to buy. Like this has just been easy. It must be the same people every day trading this, because it's pretty nice. It's a nice trade. So I hope that helps. This week I see sideways action. We're gonna have to get a confirmation on Monday to see if that reversal trigger. We're gonna have to see if we can confirm that, if there is an uptrend. I don't know. Right now, my pivot point is at $6, but again, I'll give more of a support and resistance line on Monday because I think it's going to adjust a little bit by then. We're going to have to see what the action's like. So, and obviously a press release or anything, like I said, news will move this either up or down very quickly. So I hope this video helps. Have a wonderful trading week, and good luck.